You know, every single day we're juggling like a dozen different apps. It's a whole digital toolbox. But here's a question. Are you using a hammer when you really need a screwdriver? Today, we're going to organize that toolbox so you can stop fumbling and start working smarter. Let's dive in.
You wouldn't, right? I mean, it's messy, it's inefficient, it's just wrong. Well, that's exactly what you're doing when you try to manage a budget in a Word document. Or, you know, when you schedule a 30-minute Zoom call for a question that could have been a 10-second chat. It is literally the digital version of hammering a screw.
And here's the thing, we all have this digital toolbox. The real secret to being productive isn't about having more tools, it's about knowing exactly which one to grab and when. And hey, by the end of this, you're going to be a pro at it.
Okay, so let's start with the tools for creating. Think of this as your personal workshop. This is where you go to turn those blank pages and all those scattered thoughts into something tangible, something real.
Seriously, think about it. You've got this pile of raw data, or maybe just a half-formed idea buzzing around in your head. How do you shape that into a polished, professional report or presentation that actually lands? That specific job is exactly what our first set of tools is built for.
And the official name for this category is productivity software. Pretty self-explanatory, right? These are the absolute workhorses of your digital life, the apps you use for getting things done. We're talking creating, crunching numbers, and of course, sharing your big ideas.
And this table just breaks it down perfectly. If you're writing, you grab a word processor, like Word or Google Docs. If you're dealing with numbers, you need a spreadsheet. That's your Excel or Google Sheets. Selling an idea, well, that's a job for presentation software, like PowerPoint. But look at that last one, diagramming. This is the tool people so often forget about. When you need to show a process, a flowchart in something like Visio is so much clearer than a slide packed with bullet points. See? Each tool is a specialist.
Okay, so you've built something great on your own. But let's be real, most work doesn't happen in a vacuum, does it? Now we need to bring in the team. So let's talk about the tools that make teamwork actually work.
I mean, this is the reality for so many of us now. Your designers in one time zone, your managers working from home. How on earth do you keep everyone on the same page without completely losing your mind in a never-ending flood of emails? It's a really tough puzzle to solve.
Well, the solution really comes in two main flavors. First, you've got your big hub platforms. Think Microsoft Teams. This is where the scheduled, organized parts of work live. And then you've got your fast, lightweight tools, instant messaging, like Slack. This is for all those quick, hey, got a second kind of conversations.
And here's the core difference you got to understand. Collaboration tools are for things that can wait a little bit. You know, you check in when you have a moment. Instant messaging, on the other hand, is for things that need an answer right now. The real skill, I'd even call it a productivity superpower, is knowing which one to use and when. So please, don't schedule a meeting for something that can be a simple Slack message.
All right, so we've covered creating things, and we've covered collaborating with people. But what about the tools that connect us to, well, everything else, and the ones that save us when things inevitably break? Let's talk about navigating and getting support.
Come on, we've all been here. You're deep in research, trying to find something online, and all of a sudden your laptop starts glitching out. Now you've got two problems, right? You have an information problem and you have a technical problem, and you're going to need two very different tools to solve them.
These are your digital lifelines. Your web browser, whether it's Chrome, Firefox, you name it, is your portal to the entire internet. And it even comes with features like phishing protection to help keep you safe. And for when your tech fails you, that's when remote support software works its magic, allowing an IT pro to access your device from anywhere and get you back up and running.
All right, you've seen the whole toolbox. Now, let's see if you know which tool to grab when the pressure's on. It's time for a quick challenge to put it all together. You ready?
Okay, first up, you've got a bunch of raw data from a recent survey, and your job is to visualize it with a chart. Which application do you open?
Yep, that is a job for a spreadsheet. It is the only tool on the list specifically designed to take all those rows of data and just transform them into a clean, easy-to-understand chart.
Okay, next one. Your team needs to have a quick back-and-forth conversation to solve a problem that's happening right now. What do you use?
Absolutely. It's instant messaging. When speed is the most important thing, IM is the tool you need. Email is way too slow, and a formal meeting would just be total overkill.
And for the final question, a colleague who's all the way across the country is having a major tech issue. How can your IT department help them without being there in person?
That's where remote support software comes to the rescue. It's that amazing tool that lets IT virtually sit down at someone's computer from anywhere in the world to figure out what's wrong and fix it.
And that really is the bottom line, isn't it? Knowing the right tool for the job, that's not just some tech skill anymore. It is a fundamental, essential part of being effective at whatever it is you do.
So there you have it, the blueprint for your digital toolbox. You know what each tool does, and more importantly, you know when to use it. Now the only question left is, what are you going to build? Thanks for joining me.